Hi, and welcome back again to my channel, where I'm going to be doing another energy check with my oracle cards and my index cards that I have made. I'm just going to go ahead and do this on camera really quickly. This is just a reading for whoever finds this, then this is your reading. I don't read necessarily for your sign. I do a little bit of both. I mix in all the energies, and it's a little different. It's a system that I have made up, and these index cards are different messages that I have come up with. Some of them are poetry phrases. Some of them are just different things that I felt was necessary. Oh, here we go for the readings that I do. And the first two cards we have are Arrows of Desire, and we're going to clarify these with the oracle cards that I have, and a serpentine course. Okay, before we go any further, we're going to clarify the Arrows of Desire. Spirit, what is the Arrows of Desire? Yeah. The Arrows of Desire is no rain today. So you must be desiring a lot of sunshine or happiness in your life. You've chosen to pick your battles really wisely. And instead of dealing with the rainy day, you've decided to focus on the happiness and shining the light where it needs to be shown. That's where you're pointing your arrows of desire. And the Serpentine course is this laurel energy, and it is making a lot of these two cards go really well together. Serpentine course, as you can imagine, it's a very slithering energy. So with this Lorelei energy, she's a siren, and she has got this, as you can see, the chain with the anchor. She's holding it with this boat here, and she can decide to either peacefully, gracefully let this boat come in, or she can, at her own will, cause it to cause destruction. So there's a serpentine course where we're going to find how this comes into play. There's some Lorelei energy, and I equate this card to be very similar to the Emperor in the tarot cards. This one is obviously the sun. And this one is more of like the Emperor, if you're familiar with tarot. Emperor is like somebody who is like a father figure, a person who's an official person who is very clear in their direction, and they typically have a lot of power in a situation. And it seems like there's a lot of power here to go one way or the other on this serpentine course. Okay, before we go any further with that, I want to pull the obstacle or the energy that we're dealing with that's the obstacle or the opportunity, however you want to define that, with the 7 deadly sins, to see with the Arrows of Desire and the Serpentine course and this your arrows of just, to be happy, which is awesome. Okay. Lust. So there is a wanting to feel good at any costs, basically. Making sense. Arrows of Desire, Serpentine course. Ooh. Okay, let's see. The elements are going to be the center of what we're dealing with. Water. This is emotional. Makes sense. Lust goes very well with the element of water. And on the bottom, we have earth. So this has something to do with, it's in the material world. It's very tangible. Then we've got the energy that you're going to be utilizing as your tool to help you get through this. I'm using the 7 chakras. Throat chakra. Something that you may need to speak up about, something you may need to emotionally address this. I also use numerical energy as well. Numerology is a big part of my energy reads. 2 came out again. Okay. 7 is spiritual, it's curious, analytical, intellectual, thirst for knowledge. And 2 is very cooperative. You bring peace to a situation, balance back into a relationship, and strong intuition. You could be a life path 7, you don't have to be, or you could be a life path 2, you don't have to be. Okay, and Chinese zodiacs I use as well. Oh, that's flipped up. That was from the last read. This one, oh, Spirit's telling me, nope, keep going. Keep on going. This one. Yeah, it was the goat. It's so funny how it came out again. So the goat is an energy that's honest, kind, empathic nature, and very loyal. The other side of it, it can be boring, attention-seeking, avoids risk, and oversensitive, and need for approval. Okay. Let me pull some more index cards here. Just going to shuffle really quickly, and then we'll just set them up real fast. I'll show you what they are in just a second. We got the wound is the place where the light enters you. Buoyant. Wild delight. South node. Ooh. Burst. And again with the champagne kisses. I like that. Let's clarify. The wound is the place where the light enters you. Okay. Wow. To the moon and back. Buoyant. Well, I'll go. Oh, yeah. That's interesting. I'll go through all of these. Oh, wow. On the bottom of the deck is the moon dance. I equate this to the 2 of Pentacles. Obviously, but it is actually a really cool card. It's actually taking it one step further. Hold on. It's number 4. And 4 is very stable energy. I just want to read. It's a really cool, I'm trying to memorize these oracle cards, but this is really cool. Yeah, it's balance, perspective, it's adventure, it's being daring. It's being very, it's being very daring, which the goat the goat is known to be more loyal and empathic, but you do have this number 7, which is very curious. And, oh, number 2, balance. Duh. 2, balance. That makes sense. Okay. But kind of in an adventurous kind of way. It is... If you maintain balance between levity and lightheartedness, you can stay above the everyday noise and that threatens to bring you down. Feel the night breeze in your hair and adventure in your soul. That's on the bottom of the deck. Okay, this is about balancing it and doing it in a way, balancing your life, balancing potentially your emotions, utilizing your throat chakra, having to speak up for something, and doing it in a way that you're taking it one step further and it's leading to adventure and it just becomes one with who you are and your soul. Really stepping into that number 2 energy and using it in a spiritual way, number 7. And okay, So see, we've got you're desiring to focus more on the sunshine in your life. And there is a serpentine course that seems kind of treacherous. It could go one way or the other. Maybe this lustful situation that is either impacting you, whether this energy is coming at you, you're dealing with, or this is something you personally are struggling with in your life. It is causing this siren type energy to take you down the serpentine path where maybe that's a little treacherous for you, but you're trying to stay positive. You desire happiness. You desire the sunshine. And with this moon dance card, ultimately, this is what you are really trying to accomplish, is this balance in your life. The wound is the place where the light enters you. And this is number 51, to the moon and back. So this is like the Nine of Cups, something that is really emotionally close to your heart, that you're seeking, basically. And the moon has a big influence in this card, and that it could have illusions attached to it as well. So it's this wound, this whatever it is that is being shined a light, something in your life. Okay, let me get to this other card, because these next two cards that are side by side, it's influencing this energy. With the wound is the place that enters you, to the moon and back. So the next one is buoyant, and then we got stranded, which I kind of laughed at, because you see this as a ship that's caught up in a tree, and it's talking about being very buoyant. And buoyant is obviously when something can float and can withstand and can stay up there. And it's kind of like this tree is up there, but it's stranded in a different way. It's not really buoyant. There's no buoyancy. But something that caused you to take a pause, that made you feel like you were stranded, that you had to put your anchor down on, is actually giving you a lot of buoyancy. It's actually helping you in this matter. And there might be an illusion. This is interesting. You're longing to this struggle that you want to heal or shine a light on, or this situation that's difficult for you. The wound can be anything that's troubling you. You want to shine a light on it. Maybe that's why you got this arrows of desire with the sun. You emotionally understand that there is an illusion here with the moon, a little bit of moon. It's not all cracked up to what it seems, but you do know what your heart desires, and what you're wanting, and what you love, and what is important to you. And I think whatever that is right now, you're feeling stranded, but there's buoyancy in this. There's something. We're going to piece this together. I feel like you're doing something that you understand is troubling, and it's a situation that with the Lorelei energy, the serpentine kind of way, this lustful energy that you're dealing with, or someone else is putting on you. Because they're acting out of this energy, and it's interfering with you. Maybe it caused you to be stranded, but you've got a lot of buoyancy in your life because of the fact that you're willing to go after, your desires, even though it's difficult and it's hard. You're willing to shine a light on it. And you're willing to understand what the illusions are. You see past that. There might be some some darkness there, some stuff you got to work on, but you're willing to go for it in that way. You see it, you know, you want this. And then we've got wild delight. So something that is makes you so happy. It could have something to do with the wild, with the outdoor, with nature, because you did get this gardener number 27. And the gardener is number 9. So that's coming to the end of a completion. And that with the 27, you add them together, that's what I get that. So something that you're building, something that you're creating, it's very emotional to you. We said that water was the main element, earth was a secondary element. So something that's very emotionally important to you that has to do with the physical that you're building, that you're growing. I love how she has a build. I always talk about this, the building. I love the artistry in this picture. Very reminiscent of the 7 of Pentacles and the 4 of Pentacles, but it's not quite as greedy as the 4 of Pentacles. Yes, she's holding on to this. It's because she's very stable in this, but she's worked so hard to get there. And this brings you a lot of wild delight. And like I said, it may have to do with outside, since wild, or just it's just wildly delightful that you're really creating this. It's coming into, you're really starting to see it become more substantial, and you see that it's really starting to develop. And this might also be the lust that's coming in here in the South Node energy. You might have the tendency to be looking back a lot at your journey. In this card, I always equate this to be the 5 of Cups. You walk down the path of your life and you take on this rose garden and you become this flower. But in the South Node energy, you're kind of looking back in the past a little bit too much. You might be stuck in some things, and maybe that's why you're feeling this, but you're still able to be buoyant, but you're feeling stranded in this. Or someone in your life, in your energy out there is in their South Node energy. And that means that they're in energy. Your South Node is what your best attributes are. Your North Node, when you're in your North Node, those are the ones you need to develop in this life. So this person is resting on their laurels, so to speak. They're like not really developing anything of themselves. This is a person that wants to stay. They're not really trying to grow. They're just sticking with what they know type situation. And maybe it has gotten them somewhere, and they've been able to grow into the garden and become a part of it, but they're always looking back and being in their South Node, maybe in this lustful energy, always wanting to feel good at any cost, no matter what that is. They're not moving really as forward as much, or this person that's in this energy is either you're in this energy doing this, or someone else is in this energy causing conflict to you. And then we have a burst, something that's like happening quickly and just like surprisingly, with this Queen Bee number 11. And the 11 is, I don't break it down because it's a master number. So this Queen Bee I equate to be like, in this card, it is, what did I say this was? She's either the Queen of Pentacles. I think she's the Queen of Pentacles in this one. Or she is the Empress, as you can see. But very, very, very mothering. First, Queen Bee. Something that it doesn't necessarily have to be a female energy. I'm not really focusing on male, masculine, and feminine energy so much in this one, unless something just really stands out to me. But I feel like you're on top of, you're at the pinnacle of something. You're at the top of your game. You're going to burst into something. Something's going to happen that is going to cause you, or you're in that energy now where you're going to get there. Hold on. Because the next one is, yeah, because you're celebrating. Champagne Kisses is celebratory, is celebrating us energy. And number 28 is Can You Hear Me? Which breaks down to a 1, which is beginnings and pioneers. So, and we said throat chakra, and this is all about speaking up for yourself. She's got a little shell here that she's going to call for help. She's in this water. She feels like she's all out there by herself, but all she needs to do, she has all the tools to ask for help, to speak up, to get what she needs in this. It's like, can you hear me? Like, you're celebrating this. You're going to celebrate this. You're going to do something. You're going to speak up on something. You're going to speak on something very loudly in whatever way that is. And it is going to cause a celebration. It's going to cause a win for you. That's going to give you a lot of balance and stability. And you're going to be doing it in a very cooperative, balanced way in your relationship or whatever situation this is. And it's going to be done almost potentially through in an intellectual way as well too, even though this is water, but you've got the 7 out here, which is very intellectual, thirst for knowledge. It's very spiritual. But this is really cool. I feel like there's something's going to change. Something's going to be very like quick. And it's going to cause you to get to the top of something, to rise to the top of something. Like you're going to be the queen bee, male or female, it doesn't matter. But you're going to be on the top. You're going to be like on top of something. And it's because you spoke out on something. You spoke out on something, and it's going to be a cause for celebration in your life in whatever way that is. It's going to make you really happy. But this lustful energy, so there's 2 different types of energy here in this reading. Either you are the side of the goat that's kind, honest, empathic in nature, and you're loyal, or you're dealing and you're struggling with a situation where you have some insecurities, or it could be addictions that you're wanting to feel. It could be anything where you're wanting to feel good at any cost, and you're staying in your south node, and it's not allowing you to move forward. And the only way you're going to have a celebration is if you speak up on it in a way that is honest and true to who the goat is, and using your empathic nature to do so, and not be so fixated on what your wants and needs are in this lustful situation, wanting to feel good at all costs. And you'll be the queen bee in that. Suddenly it'll just, cause that this serpentine course that you've been on, or that someone has put you on in this siren energy. You just have to find a way to bring peace and balance back, and you will in this moon dance here. The person that's in this energy seems like they're very in the lustful energy, whether it be you or the person, the energy, the situation. It could be more than one person. It could be a situation where it's an attention-seeking situation, where everything that makes sense, avoiding risk, is the other side of the goat. Avoiding risk, yeah, south node. There's no risk involved in the south node because those are all your strengths. You're not doing anything that's outside of the box when you're in your south node. And you're overly sensitive, and you have a strong need for approval. So lusting to feel, it makes sense. You wanting to feel good at all costs, and wanting a strong need for approval, that makes sense. On whatever way in this situation, and then right underneath whatever way you're on in this situation, underneath this moon dance is number 3, Sleeping Beauty. And I love this card. It's got a backstory to the actual Sleeping Beauty fairy tale. As you can see, she pricks her finger on a spindle, and there's all these thorns that kind of reference to that are around this castle. And it's about dreaming to get over things, climb this wall, get over these obstacles, and making your dreams come true. So whatever this lustful situation is that either you're dealing with somebody else in a situation, that I feel like it means a lot to you, because you've got this to the moon and back. You'll do whatever for whatever the situation is. It's really driving you to the moon and back, and you want to be happy. That's your desire, is to be happy, and growing what you've grown is bringing you a lot of wild delight. You love this. Whatever you're building, whatever you're creating in your life is really good. And you're gonna suddenly be the queen bee of something, and you're gonna have cause to celebrate this, because you're gonna speak up for what you need or what you want, and either say this is how it's going down or how it's not. But you're gonna voice something. You're gonna speak on something that's gonna be really helpful. It's gonna bring you this balance here that also might bring in a little bit of adventure, as you can see. But you have to do this in a very honest and true to yourself way. You're probably going to have to step out of your comfort zone if you're the person in your south node, or the other person, and if you're not the one that's in the south node, then you're probably still going to have to step out of your comfort zone regardless anyway, to get to your most creative energy emotionally in this throat chakra energy that's going to get you to this incredible dream. This, Sleeping Beauty's dream is she's just so super creative, and this bird here is ready to just fly away. You're ready to just go and soar all the heights. And the next card after that on top of this was abracadabra. So it will happen. This is something that you're going to control. You're going to manifest. You are the magician in your own life. And you do recognize the patterns in your life. And if this is wanting to feel good at all costs in whatever way is happening, whether you're doing this to yourself or someone else is putting this on you, you recognize the patterns. She can see the stars and the patterns in the sky. She's recognizing the astrology there, and that's a reference to patterns. So you also are recognizing the patterns in your life too. And I think it's something we all is all like really helpful to see those red flags and be aware of everything. But I think that this is something that all of us, I think, have encountered in this, with this serpentine course sometimes, whether we're on it or somebody else is on it, or somebody is projecting onto you and putting you on it when it's not even your course to be on sometimes. But it's going to work itself out. It's all about balance and taking responsibility and speaking up for yourself, or you sometimes speaking up for others if you find there's some injustice going on. But I hope that this was helpful. I think I covered all the energies that I was reading, that I get all the cards. Yes. And I hope everybody has a great day. If you enjoyed this read, please like and subscribe to my channel. Share it if you want to. And I hope that we can all grow and learn together, and have a wonderful day. Bye.